Nobody wanted these lands at one time because they were so decimated by the logging practices of the day.
Our forests were logged extensively around the turn of the century, and a lot of these lands were clear-cut, completely denuded. They were eroding into the streams.
And the result of that was devastating floods, devastating wildfires that were fueled by the logging slash left over by logging. And that motivated the country to do something really important that we all benefit from today, which is create these Eastern National Forests. The first tract of forest purchased in the East was at Curtis Creek in 1912. And so Pisgah National Forest was the very first Eastern National Forest.
We are very fortunate that we were able to acquire them at a point where nobody wanted them, and then they recovered and reforested to a point that they are so valuable to us now.
So every national forest has a comprehensive management plan, and at its most basic level, the management plan says what can happen and where.
When I first heard about it, I thought, what could be more boring than forest planning? It sounded just like drudgery. But the more I learned about it, the more I realized that this is vital, essential work that's going to affect every person and everything in Southern Appalachia. So what's going on right now is the Forest Service is essentially getting input from a lot of folks and drafting a 30-year plan that will decide how much of the forest is logged and how much of the forest is protected. Administrations come and go, but this forest plan will essentially guide the Forest Service no matter what over the next 3 decades.
There's going to be a lot for us to respond to. We're going to have 90 days, and that's it, to do it. So that point in the process is absolutely critical, and everyone needs to be paying attention when it comes around. Because if you aren't at the table at that point, you're not going to get hurt.
If we don't speak up for our public lands, nobody else will. In fact, the current political climate is such that extreme voices on this end have come forward who are even against the very concept of public lands. So we as the public need to speak up and make sure that as far as national policy, we're communicating with the agencies that these are our lands and we would like them taken care of and preserved.
There's really not much you need to know except for what do you care about. And you already know that. You know, everybody that loves these places already knows why they love them. And it's just being ready to say that when the time is right.
If people don't speak up, then what happens is a result of the desires of those that do speak up.